everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I think a lot of you may relate to, anxiety. Now, I've had anxiety since around the age of 7 years old. I remember I was in London with my dad and we were watching the Christmas lights being turned on Oxford Street and Busted were playing. I loved Busted. Still love them now, to be honest. They're still great. Obviously, when they were around, like, first time, it was amazing seeing them. They were doing the countdown. I looked at my dad and I was like, I can't breathe. And I remember just this rush of panic and couldn't breathe, couldn't catch my breath, couldn't swallow. I had water and I couldn't swallow it. So I actually missed them turning on the lights because we had to go into a coffee shop and I had to calm down. And that was kind of like the last one I had for a while. And then it happened again in secondary school. I think a lot of this was to do with the fact that secondary school was a massive leap from primary school and it's a big scary thing. So I feel like my anxiety kind of kicked off a lot in secondary school as well, the start of it, year 7 and 8 especially. I wish that I had had a video like this when I was going through stuff like this because I thought like I was the only person going through it. I didn't think anybody understood, but a lot of people go through this. It's completely normal. I didn't realise how common it actually is. So I thought that it would be really good just to give you a couple of tips on how I handled my anxiety growing up and how I still handle it now. So the first thing that I really recommend is a thing called Batch's, I think it's Batch's drops. I'll put a picture of it on the screen now. You basically just put a couple of drops on your tongue. Oh, it's called, I think it's Rescue Remedy. I think that's what it's called, Rescue Remedy. And it just basically calms you down, like, not instantly, but pretty much instantly. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel really relaxed. I remember when I first got it, I used to take it everywhere with me. I really recommend that. I don't think it's that expensive either. You can get it in any kind of drugstore or supermarket. I used to get mine from Boots because, you know, girls gotta get her Boots loyalty points. So another thing then I think that really helps me is writing lists. Anything to kind of just distract yourself from what's happening to you. I would write lists on to-do lists of what I had to do for the next week. I would write lists of anything really, like my favourite films, my favourite books, ideas for what I want to do in the future, birthday present ideas, Christmas present ideas, like even if it's months away, just anything to kind of distract yourself is probably one of the best tips I can give you. So I find like writing lists really help. And it's kind of therapeutic organising your life as well. Playing games on your phone, so if you are in a situation like, for instance, on a train or on a bus or any kind of public transportation, I think that playing games on your phone is just a good way to distract your mind because your brain is focusing on the game and it's not focusing on what's actually happening to you. So I find that playing games really helps me. I remember this was the time, I think Flappy Bird, does anybody remember Flappy Bird? It was a great game. I think the world become addicted to Flappy Bird. I used to play Flappy Bird quite a lot, and also Angry Birds really was good. There are loads of apps on your phone that you can download to help. I think it's called Mindfulness or Calm. There are a couple that I will link down below that I know a lot of people use. You just put your headphones in and it just calms you down for a couple of minutes and it's just a good way to meditate. Maybe calling a friend if you can't distract yourself by yourself. Maybe a friend is a good distraction. I would call one of my best friends at the time quite a lot and we would just talk about anything and they'd obviously cheer you up and the conversation would start flowing and then the anxiety would kind of push its way back into my head and it would just become like an afterthought. Read a book or a magazine. I really got into reading when I was going through the worst of my anxiety. I used to read quite a lot. I just find that immersing yourself in a whole different world is a massive distraction from the real world that's actually happening and what's going on around you right now. So I do find that reading anything, like even if it's like really crappy gossipy magazines, really does help. Talk to people. If this is the first time you're going through this, know that you are not alone. It's really common and normal for people to have random bursts of anxiety no matter what age you are, no matter where you are. So just talking to people really does help. I used to speak to my mum quite a lot about it. I used to cry so much, so my mum used to have to like cradle me like an absolute baby just to make sure that I was okay. So yeah, talking to people really does help, just opening up as well, just to know that you're not alone in what you're going through. I know this is a lot easier said than done, but I used to focus on my heartbeat and my breathing when I was going through an anxiety attack, and the more I focused on that, I was more aware of it and it escalated the panic attack that I was having. So I remember I was in bed and I felt like anxiety building up and then like a panic attack would happen And when that was happening, I would focus on my heart beating, and I was like, oh my god, is it beating irregular? Is it going too fast? Is it going too slow? And then my breathing as well, I can control the pace of my breathing. I found that I would speed up my breathing, and I read online that you're actually meant to just breathe as normal as you can. I know that sounds really hard to do, but I do think that trying not to focus on things like that, like things that are natural instincts, would really, really benefit that, really. Listening to music sometimes, I remember I used to get the train to college quite a lot, and sometimes it was really, really busy, so I'd put my headphones in and I would do that really dramatic thing where you stare out the window and you just pretend that you're in a music video. So, oh, a magpie. Oh no. Is anybody else really superstitious and when they see a magpie they have to salute it? Like, it really freaks me out. Magpies literally mock my life. So listening to music as well, if you are on Spotify, there's so many different playlists that will calm you down on Spotify. Like, just type in calm and like so many different playlists will come up. So I really recommend as well downloading Spotify, or just making a playlist on your own of all the songs that you like that will distract you. Happy songs, sad songs. Personally, I like quite sad songs to calm me down. Like, not sad, well yeah, they are sad songs, like a lot of Adele, a lot of like lovey-dovey, mushy heartbreak songs calm me down. Watch YouTube videos. I find that sometimes watching YouTube videos helps me relax as well. So I watch YouTubers like Gabby and Saffron Barker and Demi Donnelly. They're all people that I find calm me down in a situation, just because, I don't know, I feel like they're very down-to-earth people, so I do watch them calm me down. So any of your favourite YouTubers that would help you to distract yourself really from what's going on would help, I would say. I love going through old memories, either on my phone, on Facebook, on Instagram. I just love going through old photos because it brings back so many memories. But obviously if you have an iPhone, you know that the storage isn't really great, so I would maybe go through your photos and maybe delete some, or things that you don't need. Like, I have so many videos and photos I don't, and screenshots that I don't actually need, but I always have them on there for some stupid reason. So maybe just going through your phone and just decluttering around you would really help. So like, declutter anything in your phone that you don't need, or if you don't want to delete them, just go through them and just it will take you back to a happy memory, or even be a sad memory. But just going through your phone, I do think sometimes this works as a little distraction. Tidying. This is one that may not work for everybody because not everyone likes tidying, but I do find that maybe just like sorting out your clothes, or just moving things around, or dusting or polishing. I do think that decluttering, like along with your phone, like decluttering your life, really helps me personally feel a lot more organised, and it's just I find it very therapeutic cleaning sometimes. So cleaning, I would highly, highly recommend. So those are just a couple of my tips that I hope maybe helped quite a few of you, or maybe some of you didn't realise that those are things that you could do. If you have any other suggestions, please comment down below so we can all help each other out. Don't forget to smash a massive thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to also click the little bell button if you would like to be notified of when I upload a video, and I will see you guys soon for another video. Bye!